How's it going, old schoolers? You are Kicking It Old School, and I'm your host, Russell J.S. I know what you're thinking. Why are we riding around in Mustang Sally today on a Sunday morning? Well, I want to do a little, show you a little thing. If you live anywhere in the South Florida vicinity or region or whatever you want to call it, and you're looking to take a trip to Disney World, say you live somewhere from, between, I don't know, Everglades City down to North Fort Myers. We're in North Fort Myers right now. As a matter of fact, we're about to go ahead and get on Bayshore Road. I just stopped at a Love's truck stop just so I could go ahead and get a cup of coffee as I make this journey. What I'm going to do is, usually you would when you go take a trip to Disney World, naturally, wherever you're at in the South Florida region, from, say Miami to Fort Myers, you would say, from Fort Myers, go ahead and take 75 to I-4. But I did experience that, taking my ex-fiance to Disney World for Valentine's Day back in 2004, where we took I-75 to I-4, and we were stuck in traffic, I think, for about a good solid hour and a half, and traffic wouldn't ease up until we got to, until we got past the exits where Universal and SeaWorld and Disney World are at. But I want to give you a scenic route that I discovered about a couple years ago taking that trip to Orlando. Right now, we just passed under I-75, and we're on Bayshore Road. I'm not going to show you really much. I'm not going to really show you Bayshore Road, except for maybe one part of it once we get to where we're going. You see, this is a back road that I took about a couple of years ago to go up to Orlando. And basically, you go through some small, I wouldn't say postcard towns, but, like ranch. A lot of ranching goes on, a lot of farming goes on, a lot of small towns like Arcadia and maybe Wauchula. But, I want to take you through this, I'm taking you right now on Bayshore Road. Like I said, we just passed 75, and this is probably, I found, to be the quickest way to get to Orlando if you want to go to Disney World or Universal. And this is possibly an old back way as well. So without further ado, let's check this bad Oscar out, shall we? Like I said, I'm going ahead. I see a lot of farmhouses and ranch houses. All farmland as far as the eye can see, as Doc Brown would say. And you'll find some, areas where you turn off, and you'll find some suburbias too. Like out of the way boonies, suburbia type areas. We're about to pass up the Eco Global Farm and Nursery. Guided tour and bookstore. I'll have to check that out. Maybe we'll do that for an adventure someday. I mean, right now, I've been making a lot more videos than I ever have. Well, what can I say? This whole lockdown things are slowly picking up, though. But, places are opening again, and, things are starting to speed up a bit. I hear even churches are going to be opening up in, next weekend too. So who knows, maybe, a lot more, even a little bit more restaurants were opening up, except out here I don't know about where you're at, but it's like a 25% capacity, right here, where they'll only let so many people go into the restaurants to sit down to eat. But you know what? The way I see it, it's progress. It really is progress. We're getting to a better place. I mean, yeah, sure, for a while we will have to wear our masks and, sanitize our hands. I got my mask in my pocket, and I got my hand sanitizer too. But, all in all, things are starting to pick up a little bit more. I mean, boy, this is a longer stretch of road than I thought. One thing, though, if you want to when I took the trip to Orlando, borrowed my mother and father's Kia, as opposed to driving in Mustang Sally, because even on a full tank of gas, Mustang Sally would have probably got to a quarter tank compared to when I took the Kia. But one thing I want to show you, that as we get up towards this road, we're going to come up to what's the Lee Civic Center. This place right here, all kinds of venues would take place. The last time there was a heavy metal concert, it was Metallica in 1993 when they were touring for the Black Album. But they haven't had a heavy metal concert there since. I mean, I'm sure back in the day they had Cheap Trick and Foghat, Ramones, Dio, Blue Oyster Cult. But, they haven't really had any kind of hard rock or heavy metal venue at that place. Okay, here's where we're coming to, State Road 31. And right here on State Road 31 North, again, there's a lot of ranching. There's a lot of ranches. There's a lot of farms. You got the town of Arcadia, which is 37 miles away. I'm going to stop over by a convenience store that's somewhere around this area. I mean, I used to pump out porta potties and sanitize them out in these parts a few years ago. Speed limit is 60, and what'll happen is sometimes it'll reduce down to 40, or reduce down to 50 or 45, even 30 miles an hour. It's a nice place to do some, you can see a lot of nice sights too of ranch houses and farmhouses along the way. And there's also a really good convenience store, or I don't know if it's still there or not, but you take this road all the way down, takes you to Highway 27, and Highway 27 will get you on I-4, where you'll probably be about a good hour and a half away from the Disney parks. Alright, I'm about ready to stop over by this convenience store right here so I can give you a look at the stretch of road. Once again, folks, I'm using my tablet. Let's see, this Shell station right here. Rogers Market and Shell station, okay. $1.84 a gallon for a regular unleaded gasoline. You can't beat that. It's funny how the gas prices went down since this lockdown happened. Everything went down. I mean, plane ticket, the price of plane tickets, the price of, bus tickets, train tickets, theme park admission. The prices all went down to dirt cheap, but the sad thing was, you couldn't go nowhere. You wouldn't want to go anywhere. But yeah, this is the kind of, road I would take. Like I said, I got to the Disney parks probably within 2.5 hours. Like I said, I borrowed my parents' Kia Optima. They left me with a full tank of gas, and by the time I got to Epcot Center, I lost a quarter tank. I'll go ahead and give you a good look at the stretch of road. A lot of love bugs. Right down that way, as you see all those cars coming, just take it all the way. Now, the thing is, if you want to arrive around the same time the Disney parks open from here, pretty much you'll have to be awake. I'd say wake up at 4:30 a.m., 5 o'clock the latest. Just take your shower, brush your teeth, do what you got to do to get ready, like your regular morning routine of getting ready for the day. Get your stuff, get your luggage loaded up in the car. Well, get dressed for it first, of course. And if you're going to take, the Bayshore Way to State Road 31, stop on the way to get something to eat. And I'll tell you what, just keep driving through here. It's pitch black, you can't see a thing. I was honestly waiting for the Deliverance banjo music to be playing. I was going to roll down the window, shut off the radio, and see if I could hear the Deliverance banjo music. Or maybe, like Jason will pop out in the middle of the road wielding his machete, or Leatherface with his chainsaw. I'm just kidding, folks. You know, a little horror film reference there. But yeah, you know, it's a good stretch of road to take, and it's relaxing. You know, the only cars that you'll see passing by will be going the opposite direction of you. And, you know, if you want to, you know, I say take this road. Now, if you're going to be coming from, say, Miami or Fort Lauderdale, you know, or Pompano Beach, I would suggest I-95, of course. But, you know, Southwest Florida, Everglades City to North Fort Myers, this is a quick way. This is definitely a quick way to go. This is probably the same way people took years ago before I-75 was constructed, before America decided to, let's go ahead and make interstate highways. I mean, there was another road, like if you wanted to say go from Tampa to Miami or Miami to Tampa, known as the Tamiami Trail here in North Fort Myers area. North Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, Naples. We call it, you know, US 41. Whoop, I dropped you, hold on. Sorry about that. Alright, there you are. I'm sorry I dropped you there. You know, that was quite a turn. But yeah, it's mainly called the Tamiami Trail because of that. And what happened is, the reason why they did this whole interstate travel across America was probably because it'd be a lot easier way to, you know, when you're driving cross country, you know, expressways, freeways, you know, I mean, everything is fast. You wouldn't have to worry about traffic jams. Not, you know, to quote Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And what happened was, you know, I think to get from Tampa to even Fort Myers, just by I-75 to, I-4 West, I mean, that takes about a good 2.5 hours, depending on the traffic. And, what is it? You know, same thing with, you know, going east. You know, if you're going to Orlando, or you're going to Daytona Beach. But I do suggest if you live in Florida and you're living in the area of like the Miami-Dade area, or, you know, Fort Lauderdale or Pompano Beach, you just go ahead and keep on with I-95, because that will get you to Orlando. You know, and you hop on I-4. You know, I don't know much about it, but you know what I'm saying. But I thought I'd give you all an easier way to get to Orlando. You know, if you're going to be going from, say, Everglades City, Naples, Bonita Springs, Fort Myers, North Fort Myers, Cape Coral, just take this stretch of road from, if you're, you know, like I said, if you're leaving from, like I said, Fort Myers and Bonita and Naples and Everglades City, take 75 to this stretch of road, head east, and then hang a left on State Road 31. Anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and make a fun video. As you can tell, I'm kind of bored, but you know what? The last, you know, I want to say month and a half, 2 months, every weekend I always take a drive just to get out of the house, because I don't want to catch cabin fever, like I said before. But, you know, I see things getting better around here. You know, we're getting our lives back. And it's a good thing. I mean, little by little. Hopefully I'll get to make more videos. I'm actually, because I'm using the tablet and my phone is acting kind of goofy, you know, I'm going to go down to Walmart later and I'm going to pick up an SD card that'll fit in this tablet so I can use my new digital camera when I'm doing the traveling. Because like I said, I got some travel videos in the works, things up in the air right now for the channel. And if you are new to the channel, you know, hit a like, subscribe, leave a comment. You know, I want to correspond with you. And, you know, and you can also look up my Facebook group page, which is Russell J.S.'s Old School Nerd Life. And I'm trying hard to build up my, you know, the Instagram page that I got as well. So I could put new videos up on there as well, you know, as YouTube. Well, anyway, this is your old pal Russell J.S. wanting to wish you Godspeed, safe travels, take care of you and your families, be safe out there, be healthy, and may the force be with you, always.